Good morning.
Quite the weekend for us. We have had all sorts of things happening. Not just did we have the conference in Orlando, but online, three of us four of us here went to a conference on sex and spirit. And this is sort of the foundations of MCC. We were a church that was built on the believing that our sexuality and spirituality are both gifts from God and that we embrace all of it. And so we actually got together and we talked a lot about the different ways that we've been gifted with this and what are some of the histories we've had, what are some of the edges that we're pushing with this, what is normal. I have yet to meet anybody normal, but I think that each one of us in and of ourselves is unique, and that's what's wonderful, and that's a gift from God. So we went to this conference and it was amazing. It just expanded so many people's understanding of what it meant to walk in faith and being whole and complete people. And today what we hear is that James and John want to sit right there beside Jesus. They want to be on the left hand and the right hand side. We hear about how they want all that they've done to be recognized, and they want to be great. They want to be set above. That's really different than seeing all of us as created equal, isn't it? So today what we're going to be doing is looking at a little role reversal. Pray with me, please. God, we give you thanks for bringing us to this place. You touch us, you move us, you work through us. You stand with us. You are amazing. Help us to just be open to all that you have to share and to give, and help us to do your work with reckless abandon on this earth. So God, bless us all as we move into this service. Bless the word of my mouth and the meditations of all of our hearts, and may they be exciting to you. Amen. Amen. You know, when you think about people who are great, right now there's a lot of what I would call pontificating going on with politicians. Have you noticed? Yes. Well, it's not just happening here, it's also happening in Canada. And the election day is tomorrow. And so we need a lot of prayer because there's, no. Anyways, if you're looking at people who try to say, I'm better than, you can watch what's happening with politics, right? You can see Trump saying that, well, I'm better because I have more money. Yes, it's pretty clear that he thinks he's pretty good, and he's got the hair. I'm not sure if that's an asset or not, but it's certainly, he is recognizable, right? So we see all of these people trying to puff themselves up. Yes? And that's sort of what was happening with the disciples. They were puffing themselves up. And they're all puffing themselves up. Our politicians are puffing themselves up so that they can be servants. So that they can come and work for the people who have voted for them. Yes? Mm-hmm. It doesn't sound like servants, does it? Have you ever wanted to change places with someone? Have you ever wished that you could be that person that was thin, could run marathons? You are that person. I am. You have to be quiet. Have you ever wanted to be one of those people that was in charge of everything? Have you ever wanted to be one of those people that just every time you moved your hair, it felt just where you wanted it to fall? Have you ever wanted to change places with someone? Have you? Well, there was this film. We're going to show you a little preview of it. It's approved for all audiences. Honey, wake up. I can't credit. I'm ready.
Welcome, family.
Hi, honey. Make good choices.
Mondays are manic.
I can't believe it. It's Jake. He's not looking. He's totally looking.
Wednesdays are wild. And for Anna and Tess, there's never enough time so we can understand each other.
What? Time's up. It's after 6.
But on Friday,
You think my life is perfect? You couldn't last one day in my high school.
that's all about to change. Because things are going to get a little freaky.
Why am I in Anna's room? This isn't mine. Those aren't mine. That's definitely not mine. So, you're in my body and I'm in your body. Oh! I beg your pardon. Oh, I'm like the crick! Chill for a sec. I want my body back!
My wedding's tomorrow.
I'll get married, Ryan! Ew!
Don't even think about it.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Break my neck. Not like I've never been on it. I'm not allowed.
Walt Disney Pictures presents a movie about what it takes
I can't do this.
What do you mean?
to make someone else's dream
Do something!
come true.
What you see is what you lack.
Then selfless love will change your heart. What are we like?
Yes, a jolt.
Freaky Friday.
Carrie's full. We can walk through here.
It's 20 blocks.
Run fast.
Okay, so we can see what ensues when you become somebody else. That it can change everything, and it can be hilarious. So I remember when that movie came out a long time ago, in the 70s when it came out. That was before this one and before most of you were alive. And it had Jodie Foster in it with braces. And I was going to bring that clip, except for that everybody was smoking in the movie. So things have changed a lot. So when you think about wanting to change places with somebody, when you think about wanting to be somebody else, it's because you're not happy with yourself. You're not happy with what you've been gifted and how blessed and how wonderful you are. The creation of who you are as being beautiful. You worry that you're not enough somehow. Well, what this passage says is that those of us who will serve, those of us who take care to get out and serve, those of us who are the servants, that's how you become great. You don't become great by lording it over others. You don't become great by standing and being perfection. You don't become great by switching places. You don't become great by saying, I am the best. You become great when you serve. When you can reach out and help another. It's servanthood that is what makes us or breaks us. When we talk about this church, we talk about community. Yes? We talk about being there for one another. Have you got friends that are there for you all the time? It doesn't matter what you've done, or how silly you look, or what you say, that they're there loving you anyways. I have some friends like that, and I have some friends like that that also set me up so that I do look. But they, those friends are there with you through thick and thin. Well, God's like that. God is there with you through thick and thin. And as we look at being servants, we're not doing it alone. We are not doing it for ourselves. It's not about us becoming puffed up, because you can become puffed up helping others. Well, look what I did. I fed that person. Look at me. I'm fabulous. I get her. You know, it's just not good. This is about how do we do this with humility. How do we do this understanding that God is with us, that God is helping us, that God is calling forward for us to go out and do God's work in the world. When we help one another, we are doing what God expects of us. When we help one another, we are doing what makes humanity human, what makes us filled with love. If we don't do that, if we turn our back on another, that is when the humanity starts to eat away. Have you ever walked past somebody you thought was hungry? Or have you ever known somebody was hungry and you didn't reach out and then you felt guilty? Anybody ever felt guilty? Yeah. It's that guilt. That guilt is like, you carry it, right? You have it around and you don't know, you've got to do something about it. This is like a little nudge. Let's go out and do something about it. Let's make it right. Let's be servants for God. Let's ensure that we are doing the best we can do to serve God. Do the best we can do to serve God. Now, you might want to be Jamie Lee Curtis. She looked pretty good there. Yeah, she still does. And, you know, you look at Jamie Lee Curtis and her daughter, and they're not seeing the heart in each other. I think we do that a lot. That we walk through life thinking about our own selves and not seeing the heart in others. We walk along and we can judge others, but we don't see the heart in others. We have to start looking for that heart place. We have to start letting our stuff and ourselves go. And I'm sure that's my phone dinging. I'm sorry. We have to go along and we have to start to see the heart in people. It's really hard to walk past somebody when you think they could be you. That's the kind of role reversal. When you walk past somebody and you think, that could be me. When you walk past somebody and you understand them not as others, but as you. When you walk down the road and you realize that you are walking hand in hand. That it's not about how far apart we are from each other, but rather how close we are with each other. There are so many people that are starving or that are hungry. There are so many people that are hungry, not just for food, but for friendship, for laughter, for companionship. We can do this. This is easy to do. All it means is opening your heart up, because you'll get back way more than you ever give. That's the one thing. When you go out and you do something with God, you get back so much more. It fills you up. So role reversal means that we stop seeing people as other. We really need to embrace the you, the individual, that person, not other, not different, not black or white or red, not tall or short or thin, not great or less than, but friend. A friend. A human. But we don't get there very easily. We live in a world that puts us and pits us against each other all the time. We are pitted against who sings the best, who looks the best, who dresses the best. We have those things out there, and we judge people without even thinking about it. We are brought up from the very earliest age. watching TV, watching movies, and seeing people judge each other. We're told that we need to lose weight or gain muscle. We are told we need to exercise and that we need to buy clothes to hold in our fat. We are told that we need to contain things, and then we're told we need to release things, and then we're told that we need to, get nails. We're told that what we've got isn't enough. It's never enough. We've always got to be working to perfect something else about who we are. Yes?
Yes.
And it's not right. God created us in God's image. This means that God is black and white and red and tall and short and thin and fat, and that God is all of us. God is all of us, just the way we are. So when we walk past these people and we see them as other, we are walking past God. We are walking past God. God is in all of us. All of us. Do you want to walk past God? Do you want to ignore God? We have an opportunity. Yesterday they asked me to do offering. And I said, okay. I didn't have a choice, I was on the list. And so I went along with it. But what really came to me in that moment was, I've lived in Florida for 3 years. I go to state parks, as you know, and I love this state. It's hot, but this time of the year, isn't it glorious? It is glorious, and you can go and you can see amazing things. And so to be thankful for what we have around us. We have green and we have water. We have creatures that live, and we have those little lizards. They're so cute. We do. We have all these wonderful, wonderful things around us all the time. We have plants that flower year-round. We have 1, 2, maybe even 3 growing seasons here. That's miraculous. Miraculous. And every now and then we need to remember that we have an ability. And I said, I'm going to give you a gift. I'm going to give you a gift. I'm going to give you a way to say thank you to God. We're going to pass around the basket. I'm asking you to put a little gift in that. To say thank you. Well, when we walk down the street, let's do a little reversal. Let's walk down the street and see ourselves. Let's walk down the street and see that person's of God. Let's smile a little more. We can practice. Okay, it's really easy. It's easy, and we don't do it. You see people walking down the street, and they forget. They forget, I'm walking. What a gift is that? Right?
Amen.
What? I'm walking down the street. I'm alive. I can work. I can dance. I can dance. We have all of that. And if you're walking down the street, ever seen it?
Wow.
Ever seen people do that? They just walk, and they've got their chins down, their eyes, or, yeah? Right? So we forget to stop. It's of God. The person walking past you could be God right now. The person sitting next to you could be God.
Amen.
You're all of God. All of God. So, act up. We haven't had to have a church detention before. So, it's all about that. It's all about finding the God in others. Smiling at a person, you might be the only person that smiles at them all day. You might be the only one. And it can make a difference. A smile can make a difference, and it doesn't cost anything. Reaching out doesn't cost anything. Role reversal. That role reversal is remembering that we're servants. We're not God. We're servants, we're not God. We are created in God's image, not the other way around. We are created in God's image. We serve one another. For God. So this week, walk with your head held up. Think about who you want to be. Think about those characteristics that are important to you. Stand proud of who you are, because you are of God. And smile. Smile when you see someone. And if you can reach out a helping hand, do it. It won't hurt. In Jesus' name.